Good evening, my Astro friends. This is JK from JK Astro. Today's topic is about Rahu. We usually see Rahu as a malefic, and now the Rahu became very famous because now the corona virus reason is fully attributed to Rahu. Even in my video also I said Rahu is virus. So Rahu is in Aridra Nakshatra, was in Aridra Nakshatra. So because of that virus, and apart from that, see, people immediately ask me, once in 18 years Rahu is coming in Aridra Nakshatra, every time it happens. It happened. Apart from that, this time why is so severe and other things on the whole worldwide because of that 2, 3 grahanas. That also contributed, and apart from that, in that Sagittarius, nearly 6 planets were there. So all those things we have to take into account. See, we can't blame Rahu alone. We all know Rahu is the Rahu Ketu actually baggage of karmic things. See, immediately you may ask me, what is this? Saturn is the karmic planet. No, Saturn is a karmic planet, but these people are karmic baggages. This Saturn will they implementing the karmic things because he's a 10th house lord of Kalapurusha. So he will implement whatever the karmic thing you are going to carry, that karmic palapalan, that effects of the karmic things, Saturn will ask you to undergo, good or bad, he will ask you to undergo. He is the implementer. That is why we tell Saturn is the judge and other things, because he is the implementer, and you won't see whether he is suffering, will give some relief and other thing. No, he is a very hard taskmaster, Saturn. Okay, now our topic is Rahu. Let us not deviate from Rahu to Saturn. Anyhow, see, here also the coincidence. See, Rahu actually, Aquarius is the co-owner of, Rahu is the co-owner, Saturn is also owner. Anyhow, we'll see this. See, we have seen the Rahu is the, what is that, karmic baggage carrier. We'll now just see Gochara Rahu. See, in Corona, I told you already, because the Gochara Rahu in Aridra Nakshatra, it was in Aridra, no, it is in Mirgashira, it was in Aridra Nakshatra when the Corona virus broke out. Apart from the 6 Grahas in that Sagittarius, apart from that, Grahanas and other things happened during this year. This is all attributed to the worldwide Corona and worldwide more damage of this kind of disease. I am nearly 70 years old, still I have not heard of this kind of thing. This kind of widespread damage and widespread virus, widespread fear, widespread lockdown and other things. Okay. See, we will attribute only bad things to Rahu. I was going through one of the books. I found one dictum I want to share with you. Rahu, that Gochara Rahu, is connected to your 5th house or 5th lord, either in D1 or in D7, childbirth will take place. See, immediately I checked with my known charts. It is happening. Again I am telling, Gochara Rahu connected with 5th house, 5th lord in D1 or in D7 will give the birth of child. We will all think Rahu means villain, no? See, he's even giving the birth of the child to you. We all know. See, Actually, birth of the child is a happy moment. But in the larger plan, birth of the child is a karmic benefit, a karmic effect, not benefit, effect. Your child is good or bad, your child is a achiever or not, whether he will give a pleasure to you or he will give a suffering to you. All these things are happening through karmic, no? Already told you Rahu and Ketu are baggage carrier of karma. So that is why when Rahu transit over 5th house or 5th lord in D1 or D7, it gives the childbirth to you. Of course, some other combinations also should be there. Your Dashabhakti also should think. But most of the chart, I just alone 5th house and Rahu connection I have seen, it is working. You also check. See, if it is this dictum, any dictum for that matter, if it works 80%, that's a good dictum. You can take it and use it. That will be very useful if somebody asks you, sir, when I will get a child. First, we have to see whether he is going to get the child or not. That Bhakya is there. That you know very well. You have to see the Karaka, Jupiter, and 5th law and other things, blah, blah. But here, Gochara Rahu is giving the child that may be a news to most of the people. Okay. Another Gochara Rahu and natal Jupiter. Here, natal Jupiter, we call it as a Jiva Karaka. Gives a death or death-like fear or death-like situation to you. Because Jupiter is you. Jiva. Same way, Gochara Rahu transit on Saturn, your Saturn, natal Saturn, most probably, again I am saying 80%, I have seen when death of a very near relative will happen. Sometimes you have to do the karma also. In my case, when the Gochara Rahu was transiting on my Saturn in 1997, my father died. Again after 18 years, when the Gochara Rahu transit on Saturn, my mother died. So, in the two cases, I did the karma. Otherwise, very close relative, father-like or mother-like persons or your very close relatives, uncles, aunties will die. And another thing, I want to ask you one thing. Rahu, we all say it is a materialistic planet. Ketu, will say it's a very spiritual planet. Do you know why? Anybody has thought about it? No, maybe some people would have known about this, or some people would have thought about this. See, think about it. Where Ketu nakshatras are there? In Aries, in Leo, in Sagittarius. 3 places, that is a fiery sign. There Ketu nakshatras are there. We all know that 159 represent, Kalapurushas 159 represent dharmic tree. Dharma. It represents Dharma. So, to uphold Dharma, definitely Ketu is necessary because it's a spiritual planet. So, if you think about Rahu, where it is there? Kalapurusha 3, 7, 11. That is Aries sign. Aries sign is the Kamatrikona. See, Kamatrikona means your aspiration, your desires towards the materialistic things. And apart from that, it is innovation. Aries sign people are very innovative. They think new things. So, see how our elders, rishis, Maharishis, very nicely they put the nakshatras in the proper places. So, what we understand from this, if you are in your natal chart, if Ketu is in a Dharma Trikona, it will be good because your mind will be tuned to Dharma. Because opposite to that, Ketu will come, Rahu will come. You see, if the Ketu is in fiery sign, automatically the Rahu will come in Aries sign. So, even Rahu will do materialistic thing, it will go to a spiritual thing. So, both will operate and balance with each other. Because once again, the balancing will be there. If it is a ulta, that means if it is a Ketu in Aries sign and Rahu in a fiery sign, then problem will start. So in your natal chart, if it is 159 Rahu comes, then problem starts. See, your mind will be in a dharmic way, but Rahu it won't allow you. So automatically, when Rahu comes in 159, the 3711 Ketu will come. For example, Cancer Lagna. Rahu is in the 9th. Ketu will be in earthy sign. The earthy sign will be money matters. So, the materialistic thing. Here, Ketu won't allow you to enjoy the materialistic thing. There, Rahu won't allow you to do the dharma things. You will be in a fix. This is a very good point. You just note down your horoscope and think over it. And another thing is, this Rahu or Ketu are associated with the sun and moon. Especially Rahu with sun, Ketu with moon. What will happen? That person may be stinkingly rich, but he can't enjoy. Some problem, some chronic problem will be there. Or he may be in a very higher position, but still he can't enjoy the life. Some chronic problem, like a dead body will be living. And see in classic books, Varanvara says, Rahu exalted in Taurus. Ketu is Nicha, debilitated as Ketu is exalted in Scorpio. Why he is saying like that? Any logic is there? Because a lot of people differ, this one, that one, everything. So here one logic is there. See, Rahu, we know very well, is a materialistic planet. Kalapurusha's second house is the Taurus. That is Artha Trikona, 2, 6, 10. Artha means materialistic thing. Money, Second house, Kalapurusha, second house, money. It is a Venus house. Rahu's Guru. Apart from that, moon is exalted. Because all our materialistic desire or spiritual desire, where it comes from? From your mind. If moon is exalted, your mind will be very powerful. Your mind will operate always. Then Rahu will assist you there by exalting himself there. Take the opposite house. Ketu is exalted in Vrishaka. It is moksha trine. Another thing is, it's the 8th house of Kalapurusha, spiritual, underground, death, and the transition house from, that is the 8th house to 9th house you are moving in, that is a transition house. Transformation takes place in 8th. 8th represents transformation. In 8th house only all the transformation will take place to you. That is why, see, when the transformation will take place, your mind should be calm. What we are doing in meditation, what we are doing is, first we just keep quiet and witnessing the mind. The mind will go here and there. After some time, mind will calm down. After some time, the mind won't operate at all. From conscious mind, we'll go to subconscious mind. From subconscious mind, we'll go to superconscious mind. So, that period, mind will be dormant. So, that is the best place for Ketu's exaltation. Because Ketu is for spiritual, moksha. He is not bothered about your materialistic success and other thing. So he wants to give a moksha. So you have to make the mind still. That is why there Ketu is exalted. Because it's 8th house of Kalapurusha, it's a transformation house. It is again, moon is debilitated. All these things are connected. When, see, our rishis are very super intelligent, super human beings. Their thinking capacity is like anything, supercomputers. So, with this very small note on Rahu, I think most of the people will get into this and use this thing, and they'll think over, and if they have any suggestions, if they find anything, please comment in my YouTube comment column, and please subscribe, please like and share. Thank you. Good night. With this, we'll meet in our next video. Thank you very much. Please share with your friends. Thank you.